Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot and hopefully your favorite Diablo 4 content creator. Now, I'm here to talk to you guys about a little something that's been bothering my viewers. Okay? Pause the in-game music for a second. Let me talk to you guys about Renown. Several people have actually complained to me that they wouldn't even be trying Season 1 because they had to refarm their Renown. Okay? And I think that this actually might be quite an issue. So I want to pose a question to you guys. I want to pose a question to all my viewers, to all my subscribers. Is renown farming a bit of a deal breaker for you in Diablo 4? Because I personally don't mind it, but I think season after season, it turns into quite a chore. And honestly, I don't see why they can't just carry over the renown. Seasons should be about experiencing the seasonal content, not doing a chore that we've already done before. I understand the vision of Diablo in trying to, start everybody in the season off on the same footing, but we all know that's not going to happen, all right? And we should not be having to do the same side quests in the same dungeons over and over again. It's a boring chore that is designed to lengthen the grind, and this should not be happening. And you might say, well, it's optional. No, it's not optional, okay? The final renown reward is 4 Paragon points, okay? 4 Paragon points is 1 entire level. 5 regions times 4, that's 20 Paragon points, and that's 5 whole levels. It's basically the equivalent of as soon as you hit 50, you're a level 55 instead of a level 50. That's the difference. That's the difference that these Paragon points make. 5 extra levels. You can't exactly do without them. So why are they making renown farming a seasonal thing? I don't understand that. While I don't mind it, I think many people do mind it. And that has been something that has been expressed to me by my audience. So I guess that's something I also want to ask you guys. Do you mind renown farming? Or would you prefer that we just do it once and then it's done? It's account wide. Because it should be. If they can make the altars of Lilith and the map account wide, then the rest of renown should be account wide as well. I shouldn't have to go region after region after region to do all this again. You do want to give us the bonus XP, fine, but these account wide bonuses should just be standard. That way, if we don't feel like refarming renown, or if we get it along the way, that's good. I don't mind if you make us have to do the dungeons again and whatnot, but the account wide bonuses should stay account wide. That's how I feel about it. I mean, let's take a look at the numbers, okay? Let's take a look at the numbers. Just me talking about it isn't really going to be very helpful. Let's do some number crunching, okay? Let's do some number crunching right now. All right, if we're going to do some number crunching, then it's time to bring out the spreadsheet. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Regions 1, 2, 3, this should be tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, corresponding to each of the renowned tiers, all right? Just for quick comparison, that corresponds to tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, that should be fairly intuitive, right? Okay, let's bring back the spreadsheet. You need a renown of 200 to clear tier 1 and 300 to clear tier 2, 400 for tier 3, 500 for tier 4, and 600 for tier 5, okay? This is exemplified in-game, just so that you know I'm not fudging these numbers. As you can see here, tier 4 is 500. Tier 5 is 600. I don't have one for tier 3 because I've done them in all regions. But it is about 400, and if you generate any new character, you'll see that that's the case. Your tiers 1 and 2 are completed based on the fact that Altars of Lilith and the areas discovered, all right? Areas discovered on average, all right, if I were to bring back the spreadsheet, this is just a quick calculation to show you. The average area discovered is about 50 per region, 51 per region. 50 to 51 per region, right? And if you multiply that by 5, which you can literally see in the game, is how many points there are. And the Altars of Lilith are about 10 points each. The sum total of both will usually result in you getting close to 500 to 600 points, which is enough to get tier 1 and 2 rewards done. All right, so this is how it would look. I'm just showing you a very quick calculation. Okay, but while both of these are usually completed by the entire map and the Altars of Lilith, the other tiers have to be farmed. The first tier is very easy to do because every region has three strongholds, which usually is, and each stronghold is 100 renown points. So up to tier 3, that's really easy because all you have to do is like basically one side quest, one dungeon. And there's always at least one side quest in each region that leads to a dungeon, right? You do that, you slam the dungeon, and you conquer all 3 strongholds, you've completed tier 3. However, the 500 and 600 are usually where the chore part of this whole thing is. And that is where problems start to occur. 1,100 is the amount of renown that you need. So if you wanted to complete the remaining 2 regions, let's put this number up here, you need 1,100 renown. Okay, each dungeon, each side quest gives you 30 renown, each dungeon gives you 40. Okay, the number of side quests in each region, roughly, is, if we were to just examine the actual stats, the number of side quests, 35, 38, 49, 44, 47. On average, you've got about 40 per region. So if we were to do all 40 side quests, some of which require an obscure condition to fulfill, you would easily complete 1,100, but there's a time cost, right? So if we were to look at side quests, okay, side quests are probably faster in general. If we were to look at side quests, on average, 40 side quests multiplied by the 30 renown that they give is 1,200. You can easily accomplish the 1,100, but that's if you literally hit every side quest in the region. You're probably not going to do that, all right? What about dungeons? Dungeons are about 40 renown each, so let's divide 1,100 by 40 and get an answer there. That's going to take 27.5 dungeons. So how many dungeons are in each region? Let's check that stat as well. If we look here, dungeons, there are in Fractured Peaks, 23, not enough. 21 in Dry Steppes, 23 in Hawazar, 23 in Kegistan, and 25 in Skosklin. So if you wanted to just do this by dungeons, you wouldn't have enough just by dungeons alone. You are literally forced to do a side quest. And I know that the developers of this game have put in a lot of effort into the whole side quest thing. Like they've done they've gotten voice actors to do the voices. They've created like mini plots, subplots, little interesting stories that we can sort of sink our teeth into. But the problem is, just much like with the campaign, we skip it after the first time because we've already done it. I've already seen all that there is to see the first season round. I've already seen all the same stories. It's not like there are different side quests, different stories. No, they are the same stories. I've seen the same nun get possessed after trying to cure the boy, after trying to cure whatever that dude's name was, the husband. I've seen the same wife chasing after her husband, and then like he got seduced by a succubus and he got flayed and chained up. I've seen the same quest where I've got to gather the ghoul hearts and give it back to the lady. I've done Light's Watch, the archive quest, and heard the story of Knight Soliana Acosta so many times. Like, it's boring. Quite frankly, it's boring. Nobody wants to do that. If we could do this entirely with dungeons alone, I think people would find it less of a chore because the dungeons relate to the leveling. So realistically speaking, a person probably wouldn't mind chasing down every dungeon and doing it. But even if we were to do it via dungeons, how much time does it really take? Let's think about that for a second. Okay, on average, assuming that you could do this entirely with dungeons, you would need 28 dungeons in total per region. I know this is not feasible, but just bear with me, this is an example calculation. Each dungeon takes roughly 14 minutes to complete. You might think, hold on, wait a second, I don't take 14 minutes to run a dungeon. I know, but some dungeons are longer, so an average time of 10 minutes is required to run and complete the dungeon. But then on top of that, you've got loading times, you've got to offload equipment that you get, you know, you've got time in between, you spend some downtime at the town, and even if that is as quick as possible, all right, that's still going to take you time. And these dungeons, you cannot just teleport to them. They're not nightmare dungeons, they're normal dungeons. You've got to ride out, so there's a travel time included. So on average, I've marked each one as about 14 minutes, okay? 14 minutes. Let's take 28 dungeons multiplied by 14 minutes. That's 392 minutes, okay, per region. So we now multiply this 392 by 5, because there's 5 regions, right? That's 1,960 minutes. We then divide 1960 minutes by 60 to get the number of hours. That is 32 hours of gameplay, ladies and gents. That is if we were to take away the decimal points, that's 33 hours of gameplay. It would take me 33 hours of gameplay just doing dungeons alone to farm up all the renown that I need. Okay? Do you know that the journey to level 50 literally only takes, okay, about, on average, 1/3 of this. Okay? Take this, divide by 1/3, so divide by 3. Guess what? It's about 10 to 11 hours, and that's going at a reasonably, slower pace. Most people, I've gotten there in a single day of streaming, and my single day of streaming is 3 hours in the morning, roughly 5 hours at night. That's about 8 hours. So 11 hours is a conservative estimate, okay, to get from level 1 to 50. If I were to do renown solely by doing dungeons, it would take me roughly 33 hours to complete, triple the time. And this is the problem. Renown farming is a chore and a pain. And in fact, even with side quests, it still took me roughly 3 gaming sessions to do my renown, and this was doing it over using the night streams to complete region by region by region. If you're telling me every season, in order to get all the bonuses, which I've already unlocked before in previous seasons, it's going to take me 33 hours of gameplay, that's long. And this is the entire problem that I think many people are having with this. If they have, and I always bring it back to the casual playtime. On average, casual playtime for players with families, work, job, whatever. Some people have already told me that this estimate is off because they have even less than this. I'm going to tell you straight up that most people have about 2 hours free time per day to play video games. 2 to 3 hours is the standard measure used by most companies. I, from my experience talking with people, estimate it at more like 2 hours, assuming that they cut out sleep. All right, assuming that they cut out sleep, they get about 3, 4, 5 hours in. But most people may not have that capacity, or they may not be willing to cut out sleep. So most people have about 2 hours free time, depending on your commute time to work, things like that. Living alone, how much you have to do around the house, things like that. Yeah, it's not pleasant. All right. So assuming that a person only had 2 hours playtime per day, 33 divided by 2, it would literally take them 16 days to finish the season. How much of the season is that? If every season is 3 months and we guesstimate that at 90 days, that is literally 18% of your season is just doing renown instead of actually doing anything related to your character, anything fun related to your character. Nope. You are literally spending 18% of your entire season just doing renown for your first character, not really pushing endgame, not really doing anything like that. Are you seeing the problem here? We should not be spending, for the average casual player, 18% of their season doing renown. That's no fun, and that's no bueno. We've done it once, it should be over. It should be a one-time grind, and then we should spend each season, because this is genuinely dissuading people from actually starting the season or actually playing during the season, and many people have told me as such. Alright, I don't know what else I can do, because as a content creator, of course I want people to play the game that I'm currently playing and that I'm having a lot of fun on, but this is literally my job. I can spend 8 hours streaming and 2 hours filming a video. I myself cut out sleep because right now I'm a smaller content creator. I don't have a lot of viewership. I know that. And I'm okay with that. This is the build-up process. This is the life that I chose. This is the business that I chose. But I do this as a business. And even then, it takes me a while to get everything up and running. People have already been asking me, why are your videos so slow compared to other people? Well, listen, first of all, I don't kill myself with 20-hour streams. And more importantly than that, I physically test every single factor before I even post the video. I've said as much on my streams. This time cost is just not worth it if I have to do this every season. And I'm a full-timer saying that. It's not worth it for the average player either, because I know how much of a struggle it is for my girl who works, and then she comes home and then she wants to play with me, and she's already done all this renown farming before, but now she's got to do it again. And again and again and again, and we got to waste our playtime instead of going off and doing fun stuff like Nightmare Dungeons. I'm like, okay, but we got to do a bit of renown today. How about we just hit a couple of normal dungeons and we do some renown? Like, again, that is no bueno. That is no fun. That is not something that would be enjoyable in any way, shape, or form. You see, we can rush it and push it through but it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be a good experience. And this is what I'm trying to say. We need to stop renown farming, and that is my thoughts right now. One and done. None of this having to refarm renown every season. Okay? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment. You guys, you are the viewers, you are the people playing this game as well. Let your thoughts be known in the comment. If you do not want renown farming, say it. Say it. No, a dev may never look at my video. I'm not a partner or anything like that. Dev may never look at my video. But if you say it, and if you share this video or you share the same thoughts, post it. Post it in the comments, all right? Because I want to see what people have to say, and then maybe I can make more videos and bring this to developer attention, because this is stupid. Farming renown every season, to me, is stupid. If we've done it once, give us all the account-wide rewards. If people want to farm renown for the bonus XP and gold, they can. But stop destroying the casual experience, because people with less time to play the game aren't even going to pick up the game in the new season. Yeah, sure, Malignant Hearts sounds cool and things like that, but they're not going to buy it, because they're going to say, look, I've got 2 hours. Why don't I go play Remnant 2? Why don't I go play Baldur's Gate 3? Instead, I am literally coming back to a season with only one little mechanic addition, Malignant Hearts, but it's still more or less the same game. And I'm refarming renown, which is a chore. And you're telling me to do that? They've got the purchasing power in the dollars. They're just going to buy Baldur's Gate 3. They're just going to buy Remnant 2 and play that. And several people have already done that. Quite frankly, there are more games coming along the way that will compete with Diablo 2. Games of a similar genre. Path of Exile 2 people have been going wild about their game, you know, lately, even though I myself am not a fan of Path of Exile. That's a direct competitor, all right? So let's be real about that. Let's be real about that, and let's just say, let's cut the renown farming out, okay? That's my thoughts. I want you guys to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And before we go off, let me thank all of the lovely supporters that have supported this channel, that have literally made this channel absolutely awesome, okay? I want to give my thanks to the following people. July's Big Wig supporters. Zane Hoagland as our top tipper. Okay, Bravo7910, Jason Leaving as tippers. Thank you guys so much. We've got our top membership gifters. Mike Cawthorn with an amazing 25 gifts. Sabingu, Newbie, all these lovely people. Thank you guys so much. Top super chatters, Chris Muck, Mike Cawthorn, River Archer 124, Kenzo, and Ray's Reality. Thank you guys so much for that support. And of course, thank you to all of our cosmetic sponsors, Zane, Newbie, Sabingu, Sinner. Thank you guys so much. Now, let's take a look at our membership list as well, because we got to thank the channel members that make this stuff awesome. You know, we got to thank all the channel members that make this stuff awesome. Let's go right at the very top. We've got the only fan, Zane Hoagland, the #1 right now. Can't beat that. Very hard to beat that. Damn near impossible. Thank you so much, Zane. We have the following individuals as well. Death Dawning 982 at Plus Ultra, our longest channel member, 17 months. Amazing dude. We've got Jerry Fast, OG, Rogue Assassin, Zach MG, all prestige. Thank you guys so much for keeping up your membership. You guys are amazing. They have all been members for more than 15 months, except for OG, who's new, but still awesome guys. Thank you so much. Honor Robots, Corey Ryu, Marcel, Kaishiwa, Bob John, Maxim Lotz, Devin Lashin, Muki Mocha, Rena, Chase Taylor, Nathan Strong, Sabingu, Lady Neo, Joey Danze, Daraverse, Che D12, I'm Peeps, Sayed Assad, Coda CMF, Kami SMH, Conrad C, Nate the Great, and Benjamin Savage. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everybody who has been supporting my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope this was informative for you. Enjoy.